I'm going to try to keep this short. The title of it is Blame is Lame. Blame is lame. When we have a culture, a cult, that looks at any admission of wrongdoing or not knowing better as a weakness. We look upon any admission or saying, I don't know. The smart person says, I don't know. Let's learn about that. The weak, ego-driven person says, oh yeah, I knew that. They don't ever want to look, and this is trained into ourselves as little kids. First day of school, or first grade, Johnny, do you know the answer? And Johnny's terrified of looking stupid in front of the class, and he'll never get girls, and he'll never get laid, and he'll never make money, and he'd be a complete what? Loser if you don't know the answer instantly. This is the basic programming, especially in Americana. The U.S. is particularly adolescent in this. And we currently have, we don't get TV, but we're watching on the Roku channel here, the news snippets, which are so incredibly slanted. It's really shocking. We currently have a loser who lost the presidential election going around clinically blaming everything and everyone else. And our president is no model for admitting wrongdoing either. So the gigantic egos, could you imagine Hillary going, yeah, I screwed up. Here's some stuff we did. I had Debbie Wasserman Schultz steal votes from Bernie Sanders. It was corrupt. We need an overhaul. Coming clean. It is so far gone in our current culture. Or Trump admitting, whatever came out for him and not being so egotistical about it. When we have leaders of our cult, our culture, that lie, deny until they die. They lie, deny. No matter what, plausible deniability, which most Americans, because they're dumbed down by the non-education system, have no idea what that even means. What does plausible deniability even mean? It means believable lying. Deniability. Can we deny it? No, I wasn't there, Your Honor. I have an alibi with a hooker. With my wife. Plausible, will it sell? Will people believe it? Is it even plausible? As you scheme with your lawyers or in the back room, you come up with a cover story. And we think this is normal. Being forthright, open, honest, and taking the blame, or taking responsibility, like George Carlin says. Watch his address when he talks to the National Correspondents' Dinner, I think it is. Or invited by the national correspondents, George Carlin, he says, taking responsibility is somehow some new thing. What? When did we become egomaniacal monsters that cannot admit, I don't know? Or yes, this happened. I didn't know better. And who's responsible? The people are. Because we can't let our leaders be human. They can't have any chinks in the armor. So Hillary can go around right now and go, it was the New York Times' fault. It was Comey's fault. It was Alex Jones's fault. It was Matt Drudge's fault. It was the Russians' fault. It's clinically insane, you guys. It really is. It's clinically insane. When you're always blaming everyone else for everything. The next door here. One day, Joy catches the young man, teenager, he's doing cuttings from the hedge, throwing them over the fence into her yard, into our yard. Joy catches him red-handed. She says, "Don't throw this stuff over here," and he literally lies right then and there and goes, "I didn't do it." Red-handed, right? Actually doing it. This is the cult culture that we are teaching our kids. Plausible deniability. And a person like a Jimmy Carter or Truman or whatever that tries to be honest, we kind of laugh at them. They're weak. They're naive. Plausible deniability is literally lying PR, image consultants, PR firms, Edward Bernays advertising, lying. What can we get away with? What story can we sell to the people that will be plausible? They'll buy it. It's like a legal defense. The lawyer's not concerned with truth. He's with, can I get my client off? I'm not going to do any masturbatory gestures like that. But it literally is that stuff. It's really sad. So Hillary's in clinical denial. She caused her own downfall. Trump is in clinical denial about things that he doesn't want to talk about himself or look at himself. These are the people, all of them are in clinical, psychological, Freudian denial. Lie, deny until you die. And this is what our kids see. This is what we teach. This kind of hubris, arrogance of a culture is really as it's decaying fully. It's clinical. Blame is lame. Do you see any leader taking responsibility? Or is it all PR? Whether it's presidents of colleges or whatever, it's all PR consultants. How does it look? What's the image? Image worship. And we don't allow ourselves or others to get real to heal. We're a long way removed from to thine own self be true, or confess your sins one unto the other, or get real to heal, or be transparent and open, become ye as little children. And the screws are going to tighten more and more, because at this time on earth, all the lying, all the denying, all the hiddenness shall come to light. The word apocalypse is a Greek word that means full divine revelation. That's why it's called the Book of Revelation. The reason I use the Bible is because that's still imprinted, whether consciously, of you being a church person, or subconsciously having grown up inside the soup. So, plausible deniability, blaming everyone except yourself, is not only considered normal, it's considered the only move in our culture. Because the people, us, after all, who killed the Kennedys, after all, it was you and me. Benjamin Franklin, people get the government they deserve. Why? Because we're in denial. I want the magic pill. I want the fake. I want the illusion of strength or peace or whatever it is. I want the illusion more than I want to get real. So of course you're going to get illusory, lying politicians. Bill Clinton, I mean, come on, he was actually impeached for lying completely under oath about sex in the White House. And there's 12 women that have come forward and said he raped me. It's all covered up. Unbelievable. This level of hubris, arrogance, and systemic false fronting, false facades, presentation faces. Hi, I'm the reporter. You don't have a real bone in your body. Hi, I'm now a reporter. Or, you're a cool reporter. Oh yeah, this is all ridiculous. It's all fake. Where's there a real emotion? Where's there a real human? It's a dangerous slope. And the reckoning, the correction, is not that much fun. And we've done this with the cycles of our civilizations. But right now, it's astonishing. I haven't watched this. To watch Hillary go around and still blame everyone and everything except her own lying, denying, scheming self. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is a role model for young women at elite colleges. I went to right up the street from Wellesley College, which in Connecticut, friends of mine went there. Hillary gives a commencement address, basically doing the same shit. Blame is lame. It's so far gone at this point. We are at the end of the road. We're at the barbarians are at the gate. The Roman Empire. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. The barbarians are at the gate. The collapse of the whole system, without the grace of Source, Father, Mother, Source, and God, the collapse is already here. You can heal yourself, but look at what we're creating. Look at our lie, deny until you die is now normal. It's whatever you can get away with. Plausible deniability. And the poor masses' asses are so dumb, they don't even know what that term means. And right now the Bilderbergers are meeting in Virginia. The royalty, heads of state, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, Larry Summers, people, huge banksters from all over, the head of the Rothschild Bank, they're all meeting. Incredible media powerhouses meeting too. But you'll never hear anything about this secret clandestine meeting that's creating a global agenda. Don't get me started on climate change. Climate change, guys, the evidence is, the NASA scientists' evidence of the heating of other planets in our solar system. Jupiter and Mars are heating up too. There's no carbon dioxide going on those planets caused by human beings. Why? It's an amazing cover-up. So they misuse your good hearts. Of course we want to save the earth. But if you look deeper into the facts, carbon dioxide is not a pollutant. Carbon dioxide is what we breathe out. It's what plants feed off of. Plants, it's a natural carbon dioxide cycle that's gone up and down for millions of years. They're using it to terrify you. It's fear-mongering. Of course we should cut down our pollution. But focus on the free energy magnetic motors or the free hidden technologies that we've had for a long, long, long time. Free energy exists amongst the elites, and anyone who 5,000 patents suppressed by the National Security Agency that are all energy related. Free energy is a fact in most civilizations in the galaxy. This is just a ruse to create a world government. They take your caring, your wound, your wanting to care for Mother Earth, and they want to twist it into a carbon tax, into a control system, a one world government. I will talk about the actual facts of, there's this helium-hydrogen electromagnetic cloud that's 6,000 degrees Celsius. It boils at 100. Water boils at 100. That our Earth is moving into. This is, why is Jupiter and Mars also heating up? Are there giant SUVs and carbon-spewing factories on Jupiter? Get real to heal. The obfuscation is amazing. You can fool whole countries. America is completely hypnotized. The West is completely hypnotized. And they all work hand in hand. Look up Daniel Sheehan. Impeccable credentials. Attorney, East Coast, the biggest insider ever. Will tell you the truth about how presidents are hand-picked by these Bilderberg-type committees. I'm not a conspiracy theorist for this stuff. But after 30 years, guys, you're being totally fooled if you believe this shit you see on the regular media. I haven't watched it for so long, I'm a little bit in shock watching this stuff just now. Total clinically Freudian, clinical, psychological, deep-seated issues with these. They're psychopaths. They're psychopaths that rise to become political leaders. I must say that Trump is a little better because he's trying to do freedom. The globalists just want total control. And they trigger you on social issues. Yeah, Trump's crude. Yeah. He was just doing locker room shit, talking about grabbing pussy. Yeah. But actually doing it. Bill Clinton's an actual rapist, according to these 12 women that have been raped by him. Why is that hushed up? It's insane, guys. The whole thing at this point is going to get, the bubble is getting really close to bursting. And without the grace of God, Source, Father, I'm not even sure I can publish this video because this much truth just triggers too much for people. I'm going to do a detailed one on climate gain. I did one 5 years ago. ClimateGate is one of the biggest scams. Al Gore works for the globalists. He's that family. They put, the Bush Clintons they're on the same team. That's why Bernie and Trump were shots at the outsiders getting in there. That's why the Bernie people knew it was obvious evidence that they stole the delegates from Bernie. Hillary stole them. And the Seth Rich story, you got to look that up. He actually leaked it to WikiLeaks. I trust WikiLeaks compared to anybody else. WikiLeaks has the only agenda is to expose stuff. When they were exposing stuff about the Bushes, everyone was, "Oh, WikiLeaks are saints." And then when they expose stuff about you, they're not working with the Russians. Really? That's insane. We're actually hitting insanity levels now. One of my teachers said 20 years ago, he said, towards the end, the masses will be going hysterical and insane, and even the elites will be going insane, but most people won't know it because they'll all be going insane together. It's getting closer and closer. Now, I may be an alarmist right now, and this could just be a slow purging of all this stuff, and God is using grace, source, mother, God, mother, father, source, is using grace to get us as little children to puke up our shit. I hope so. I hope so. Because what happened at the end of Atlantis, literally, people would flip out. The reason we're into zombie movies is because that literally happened at the end of Atlantis. People just got possessed by the hundreds of thousands. Their own suppressed id entities, their own suppressed demons, if you will, their own suppressed psychological tendencies, say it from whatever place you want, just broke through the wall and took over. It's when someone flips out like they've been drinking or on drugs, they flip out into other identities and personalities. That happened en masse. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people at the end of Atlantis. That's why we're fascinated with the living dead. Why? Because we are the living dead. The only way you can get out of this is to get real to heal. You need to clear and heal your own issues in your tissues. There's millions of us that want that, but the old system is dying. I hope and intend a truth momentum, a moment of truth. The more you intend for truth on the planet and you participate with it, vote with your consciousness, as you hear me say. Full conscious breath, center your antenna, your spinal column. I want more truth. I would like to see the meltdown of the media. Expose the motherfucking lying on all sides. Expose it all. Whether it's Bilderberger shit, or Catholic churches, or the Vaticans, or, obvious political crapolas, or hidden agendas of globalists, or banksters, all of it. Or false spiritual teachers. Expose all of it. Join me. Intend in the tent of the one, in your intention. I intend for real truth, the surfacing, the revealing, seeing clearly, not obfuscated through a dim glass, but seeing clearly what's been going on. And it's happening, but there's a lot more. The hits are gonna keep on coming. You will be very surprised at who's who and who has pretended to be loving and caring and wanting to help people, and they're really just in it for total selfish self-aggrandizement. Lying and denying until you die is the old model. Our political system is rife with it. Our education, our whole culture at this point has moved into plausible deniability, i.e., can I lie and get away with it? And you dumb down the people enough, and you distract them with gender-neutral bathrooms or whatever the fuck it is. Awesome, everyone is right. We're all male and female. Look at David Bowie, forerunner. What is that? He's an ET of both genders. Annie Lennox and him are the same energies. One's a woman, one's a man. But in the fluid states, of course that's true. But they're going to use these things, your love for Mother Earth, your wanting equality, they're going to use that and sneak some really nasty stuff in while they got you shiny object worried about this stuff over here. Learn to discern, look deeper, follow the money. Look behind the scenes, pull the curtain back, see the little fat pudgy man who's the wizard. Throw the truth on the wicked witch of the West and melt all the artifice and the garbage away. This is the time on earth to do that. It's coming anyway. The difference is, are you going to be part of knowing it? Are you going to be able to ride the wave? Are you going to be able to surf the wave of change? Or are you going to get slammed by it on the beach? So shocked that you're not going to be able to recover. Don't get fooled by this garbage. They're psychopaths. They're literally psychopaths. They're narcissistic psychopaths. I can't tell this. My personal experiences with it, some of it can't be told because it's too far out. All right. Don't be fooled by this. Don't be fooled again. Get on my knees and pray that we don't get fooled again. Thank you, St. Pete Townsend. Do it. Don't be fooled by this crapola. All right. In fresh hope and intention, for become ye as little children and wise as serpents. I see the bullshit. And I still maintain my gentle as doves, innocent heart. But it's a smart heart. Smart heart. I do not get fooled again. All right. More later.